How's that sound? Okay?
It sounds fine. How do I sound?
You sound great.
Okay. Usually I'm overly conservative with the voice and not so much with the instrument. Okay. Go.
All good. All good. So great. So tell me a little bit about your background with singing. I know you've played several instruments, right? You've played violin and guitar now, several stringed things. Have you played wind instruments and sung or didn't?
Not played wind instruments. I'm stupid, but I'm not brave. My issue is range, because I'm getting older, uh,
Okay.
and especially when I go down. Of course, the decibels sort of decline as I go down. As I basically as I come out of my range.
Okay. So especially the low part of the
I
voice.
think it's especially the low part of the voice. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more, 'cause I got them deep river blues. Let the rain ride right on, let the waves sweep along, 'cause I got them big river blues.
So I'm hearing with the song you were interested in sort of having a little more range, especially the low notes. And I think you'd maybe talked about having a little more resonance in the low notes. Is that what you were talking about a little bit?
Low notes and also generally to sort of make it sound bluesy.
So that's why I asked you if you're a wind player or if you have a history of playing wind, so I could ask you if you had any understanding of what is support, if you knew anything about support for singing, and first of all, why it's important.
Yeah.
If you just do this just for sort of a visual for yourself, if you make prayer hands like you're in a yoga class, um, when you inhale, your diaphragm lowers, right? So I've inhaled, my diaphragm lowers, and when I exhale, my diaphragm raises, right? So if I am able to control my airflow, and if you just try this maybe visually and even physically, if you inhale and then you make sure that you exhale slowly enough that this comes together. Just try that with me. So inhale and then hiss as slowly as you can. So think about the diaphragm just coming up very slowly. So hissing as long as you can. I want to hear you if I can. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So how are you creating that? What are you doing in order to create that?
I feel like I feel it feels a little bit like it's these side muscles here that are on,
Amazing.
on either side of my diaphragm. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And I want you to feel that before I tell you that, because then you learn it. So what you just did, I feel it in my side muscles. And what are they doing? Are they going out or are they going in? Do you know?
I think
Like
it was in when I was exhaling. Is
they
that
were going in, but were they going, they were kind of going in maybe slowly?
yeah.
Yeah, they were going in slowly. So it was almost as if you were like trying to resist them going in really fast. Because if you just, they just collapse, right? The whole thing just collapses. So you're slowing that down. So we think about that as working against a resistance because the diaphragm, the ribs just want to collapse. And if I sing, let it rain, let it pour, I'm out of air. I'm immediately out of air. But if I put my hands on my side ribs, so if you put your hands on your side ribs, let it maybe give yourself a note. And you, first of all, do the hissing thing you just did and push your ribs out into your hands as you hiss very slowly, like you're slowing it down. So you're so doing that hissing, and they'll want to collapse, but gently resist that by kind of pushing the ribs out into the hands. Yeah. So you're slowing the whole process down by thinking, oh, I'm keeping the diaphragm down on the sides by kind of slowing it down. So the hands are just kind of props. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that's what you mean.
Wonderful. So yeah,
And then at a certain point, there's nothing left.
Yes. But do you notice that not only did you have maybe longer time, but your hissing was twice as loud, which translates into twice as loud singing.
Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more.
Right. So now your phrase has turned into a beautiful legato line with dynamics. It's all intonation is spot on. How does it feel?
Oh yeah, it feels a lot better. It feels like more like I'm singing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.